Good morning, Los Angeles. Happy Friday. TGIF. Good morning, everybody. Today is just me. Harrison is doing some work. He's in Chelsea, Massachusetts, a condominium project that we developed and sold. He's doing some warranty work on. We had a lot of wind. Uh, I don't know if you guys remember that, like a week or so ago. It was very, very windy here, and um, basically ripped out part of our fence. So ripped out part of this fence. So he's going over there and he's working on that, and it's all just part of the game. Anytime you kind of do like a new construction or you've got a 1 year builder warranty on any deal you touch. So, it's very important if you're going to get into the business that you're not doing shoddy work because you're legally required to provide a warranty. But it's also just the right thing to do. And Mother Nature wanted to show her strength. So, we'll put a new fence in. So we are searching. We're on kind of just spraying around, seeing what's out there. I put in some keywords here in the state of Massachusetts: TLC and contractor. Now you remember we looked at this one before. This was that Pittsfield property. Um, that upper middle twos is what we thought it could actually potentially value at on the back end. There's another one here in Pittsfield. Pittsfield seems to be we haven't ever done a deal over there, but great bang for your buck if you're looking for cash flow, because these deals their HUD approved Section 8 rents are higher here in Pittsfield than they are in like Springfield, Massachusetts, and Holyoke and Chicopee, which is really interesting because the real estate is less expensive. We're in Holyoke right now, which is about 90 minutes west of Boston. We're just outside of Springfield, which is, a large metro area here. This is really like kind of like the crossroads in New England. You've got, you're going northeast, southwest, all right in this section of the state. But Pittsfield, Massachusetts, about another hour or so west, getting close to New York, near Albany, that area. So Pittsfield, definitely gonna have to make a trip out here because some of these deals look like really great cash cows, and they seem to be quite attainable and quite affordable. So anybody that's done deals out in Pittsfield, would love to talk to you, learn a little bit more about your market, learn about some of your experiences. Um, Here's a two-family in Lowell, Massachusetts. Great opportunity for contractors or investors. This two-family is tucked back from the road on an easy-to-manage lot featuring 12 rooms, 4 bedrooms, and 2 baths. This has been on the market for 92 days, um, which is so they're having a hard time, I guess, selling this, which is interesting because it's $279,000, which, you know, looking at this siding, we can tell this is an older home. um, we can tell this is an older home. We can see we've got 2 electric meters here on the front of the house. What that means is you have one for like your common area electric, your outside lights, stuff like this, right? Um, but then the other meter shows that both units are actually on one panel. So that means the landlord for this property is paying the electricity on both units. Um, you know, Lots of times investors want to purchase real estate or properties that are individually metered, which means like each tenant pays their own electricity, each tenant pays their own gas, for example. We don't really have any information here on just these 2 photos, which I wonder what's the rest of the story here. Um, is it occupied? Does it come with tenants in place? You've got 1776, that's your approximate living area. You got a 1-bedroom and a 3-bedroom. Huh. Let's say no. Looks vacant. You can schedule a showing time. Look at this. It went under agreement. Sorry, Julie. I know that stinks. It went under agreement, and then it went back on market. 2 weeks. They just bang, bang, bang. I'm going to have to call. Because this could be a decent, real estate. Lowell's a hot market. Lowell has went up through, has boomed. It was another mill community. It's probably about 45, 60 minutes north of Boston. But this looks like it's got maybe some room for an addition if you wanted to go up to add some livable square footage. Maybe you could add another unit there. Always increasing density is a great way to add value. But we don't have any photos, so we're not going to dive too deep into this one. Remember we looked at this one? This was that 6-unit in Holyoke that could potentially achieve those condo sellout numbers. This would be a really great deal for downtown Holyoke. And if homeownership is needed, and I think is heavily wanted, especially in this area. And this is close to being possible. I think it's very possible it could be done now, but a little. The market's going up, guys. The market's going up. Rents are up 40% in the last 4 years. So with that comes higher purchase price, right? That's the game of real estate. Look at this. This is in Ashland. Hello, Ashland. Nice. Look at this, like stone. This is like castle-y. This is a 2-family. I might just looking at 2 families, I think. Okay. We don't have any photos. Let's see. Ravia, kid. We're in Ravia. Attention developers, contractors, investors. Are you looking for your next project? Look no further. This 2-family residence offers 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and has unlimited potential. Dead-end street, oversized lot. That just sounds like develop me. Aw. My first house in Quincy was this color. And I had my porch kind of looked like this too. Although my cedar shake was in slightly better shape. But that's because I did all the painting. Man, we had the sun that was just come and beat on those cedar shakes, and it was in the Wollaston area. So that salt water, A, I miss that neighborhood so much. B, that salt water would just beat up the paint. I was basically repainting the front of that house every 2 years. Okay. Not much inside here. Where are the photos, guys? Where are the photos? Look at this. This is cool. This is, all right, so this is not exactly a flip, but let's open it up. So this is a piece of land that has been approved for development. What's up, crew? This is a piece of land that's been approved already. So this has got plans for 9 units, and it looks kind of like a pizza pie. A pizza pie featuring 8 sleek studio apartments above a prime commercial space, with permits expected by the end of Q1 2025. So this month. Selling a piece of land with permits in hand, saying like, here's an actual building permit, that's hot. That's great. A lot of times when we're taking them through these entitlement processes, like, hey, this house has a single family on it, but it's in a row of 3 families. The building code in a lot of Boston, most of Boston, the way the zoning laws are laid out, it's almost impossible to build anything now. So what that means is you have to go to the city, you have to go to the neighborhood, you have to apply for a permit, you have to say, hey, I want to build this 3-family next to this other set of 3 families, and they'll say, no, sorry, it's not approved. It doesn't meet setback requirements or yada yada, all these different things. Like the house has to be so far back from the street, it has to be so far away from other houses, it has to be so far away from the back of the lot. You can only have this much livable square footage on the property. You can only be this tall. Your parking needs to be 4 feet inside the property line. You can't park up next to the property line. All these kind of crazy things. So, and we can have a conversation about the zoning laws, which it'd be great if they were redrawn. And some have been. Some are, some communities are rezoning things. Chelsea has added density downtown to foster more development, because really what it does is it creates this big barrier of entry to actually participating, because it takes anywhere from 1, 2, 3 years sometimes to get a piece of land approved just so you can build something on it, even if that building looks like the rest of the neighborhood. Now, if you're doing a big mega structure, like you're trying to do 100 units, and you're bringing like a larger asset class building to the neighborhood, some of those properties take 5-10 years to permit, because you have basically what you do is you have to come up with a design with architectural, like conceptual plans. So all of those things take time. You have to then submit it to the city. The city says denied, right? And then what they say is go to your neighborhood and get them to basically say, hey, we know that you're not allowed to do this, but we'll let you do this. So you have to go through all these community meetings, and then the community gets to provide feedback on the land. And now you have to change those architectural design plans. Maybe you have to change the colors, the layouts, all these things, the parking. The neighborhood gets in on it. And you go back and you do that. We've typically had 3 to 4 sets of revisions per zoning deal. And we've had them take, a lot of times they take like 18 to 24 months, truthfully. But you can get the conceptual approval without actually having to complete all of the structural, the engineering, all of that work. So, but you can't get a building permit until you've done that. So it's like there's many steps to the process. So if they're selling this building, 579 American Legion Highway, with a building permit in hand, that's pretty cool. Cool rendering. This must be like, I don't know, this must be like a stairwell or something, because I don't know how, they can't put anything in this. All right, 9 units for 700 grand. What's that come out to? Oh, featuring 8 sleep with a commercial. So what is 700? 700,000 divided by 9. All right, $77,077. $777. 777. This is your trip sevens right here, like you just won at the lottery. But what do your studios go for here? You're probably building, you're building, $250 a square foot is a typical, probably a decent entry point to kind of guesstimate your price points. When it comes to new construction, the good thing about new construction is you can really zone in on your prices. But it still takes time, because you got to look at all your floor plans, compare all of your mechanical systems, price out all of your individual, your lumber, your sheetrock. You can, with good plans up front, you can forecast your expenses. So you can zone in on how much it'll cost to do this, typically pretty well. But $250 a square foot is a decent area to budget. But we don't know how big this property is. Well, let's see. All right, do we have documents? We got floor plans. Huh. Here she is. These are your units. So look, in the tip of the pizza pie, there's an apartment. The tip of the spear right here is a closet. All right. I'm back. I hope everybody was able to see that. I didn't fall off. All right. Look at this. This is Brockton. We got a 3-family here for $700,000. There was a point in time when we were selling them renovated for that price. Are you looking for your next big opportunity, they say? Lily Ave. Hello, Lily. Look at this. Room for an ADU right there. Turn that 3 into a 4. And when your investors are going to be looking at stuff like that, now that you can easily add additional dwelling units in these residential properties, this is going to become a play for real estate investors and developers. We were at a networking event, and one of the questions asked was like, is everybody just going to be doing ADUs in their basements and their garages, and then ultimately, quasi turning every single family into a 2-family, and then just, leveling up the price point of the real estate even that much more. However, Adelino, our real estate friend and broker, that's coming out today. That podcast that we did will be dropped on YouTube today. So if you're not following us, head over to Wollaston REI TV. So you can subscribe and check out the new videos. That one's coming out today. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but technical difficulties with YouTube. But he has just sold one over $1 million. So the question is, can we get into this thing for, how bad is it? Can we do $150,000 into it? We're into it for $850, and we sell this for $1 million potentially. Adelino, you're gonna have to let me know what you think of this one. Okay, Hampton Beach, $850,000. This is New Hampshire. Oh, interesting. We have New Hampshire on the line. The unit in rear was built in 1968. The front house built in 1930. Both need renovations. The rear house needs less, so it could do first and get income coming in. Front home needs more renovations. Investors, contractors take notes. Could do one building with 2 units, rear units, 648 square feet. Look, this is the only photo we get. I don't know how we're supposed to know anything. All right. Woburn, $900,000 for distressed. Let's see. Generous size lot. All right, whatever. Let's see. We got something here. They're saying contractors take notice. Doesn't look that bad, guys. Some paneling. All right, we got grandma's kitchen here. This is cute. I have one of these lights. I kind of like these lights. Should we bring these lights back, guys? What do you think? I like them. I mean, kitchen doesn't look bad, right? I mean, the only thing I really don't like is the ceiling. But that's just some sheet. I mean, taking that down, that's just some sheetrock. You could gut this bathroom if you wanted. You could reglaze the tile, turn it from blue to white. Maybe do some new doors. Maybe ditch this carpet. Oh, you boys who are peeing and missing the seat, and now you're spraying all over our carpet. Ugh. Oh, okay. All right. What is this? This is like the 3rd floor. This is like partially finished, I guess. Cute kitchen. We had our friend David on the podcast yesterday. who is just crushing the mortgage space, and he was talking about a piece of real estate in Hyde Park that his clients were trying to bid on, and he said they were one of 58 offers on the house, and he said they went $70,000 over asking, and they didn't even make it onto the second round. How crazy is that? But look, you have this nice water right here, dead end street. How long has this bad boy been on the market for? 15 days. Ooh, look at this. This farmhouse colonial sits on nearly a 30,000 square foot lot at the end of a dead end street. Wow. See about making the existing house into 3 or 4 units. It's a prime lot location to redevelop or add another building. Guys, this is what developers are typically looking at. They're looking at real estate deals like this, where we've got a really big lot, 30,000 square feet in the city. That's a lot of land. So how do you add density? Can you take this 2-family and turn it into a 3 or a 4-family? Now you have, $600,000 condos. This $900,000 piece of real estate turns into, $1.8 million of, sellout possibility. Or can you do that and add another structure? Can you add another 3 or 4 units, and then renovate for, build for $250 a square foot and then try to sell out for $500 a square foot, $600 a square foot? The risk with doing a type of deal like this is that you don't know, right, what the neighborhood's going to say. So it's very possible this neighborhood with the water table behind you, like that's going to be a potential flag. Anytime you start to disturb ground near water, you're going to mess with environmental. But you might be able to just hire professionals. They'll help you through the that arena. But look, it looks like they're already doing something behind. Look, we got heavy machinery back here. Could this turn into, basically something that looks kind of like a 3-family, but it just goes farther back, and maybe you have some parking underneath? 30,000 feet is a lot of land. All right, look at this. Southie, this is South Boston. This is a 2-family for $949. $2 million in South Boston. Great area. Cute little house. Nice. Yep. Here's the beach. Anybody wants to buy this? I might be your roommate. No photos though. We're not getting a lot of photos, guys. Let's see. This is another Southie. Here you go. 21. Condos are going for $800-900 grand. Some more depending on how nice the building is. Ooh, look at that floor. Is this delivered vacant? Drop ceilings. Look at that old stove right there. This probably has this is one of those stoves where like the heater is built inside right here. Nope. It's not coming vacant. Looks like we got a lot of people sleeping here too. We got a mattress lead up. We got this bed in the corner. What might be a you might have to buy this with some with some tenants in place, but there's an opportunity for, an ADU here for extra livable square footage. Rents in Southie are very expensive. Are very expensive. Let's see. La 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 la. Obtain this 3 multifamily mixed-use project. Say this guy. It's in Gloucester. Look at this big, beautiful lot with parking and fencing and shrubbery. Huh. I don't know. Doesn't look like it needs any TLC from the outside. Looks like a great building. Big windows. Looks more like a commercial. Looks like it should be a restaurant. 3 multifamily mixed-use project in the heart of beautiful Magnolia near the beach, ready to go this season. It has a first floor commercial unit already built in and just needs finished details inside. With an incredible 13 nicely paved parking spots and beautiful fenced lot and landscaping, large basement provides plenty of space to create storage for each unit and laundry facilities. Newer septic system, ZBA approval in hand and ready to build 2 residential units on top of the existing commercial unit. There it is. All right. Here, let's see something here. Let's see when this was. So they're selling it for $950 here. La da 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 da. Boop. All right. Look at that. This was sold in 2014 for $215,000. And now it's for sale for $950. So, bought by an LLC. Yep, got to put a $420,000 mortgage on it. So that $420,000 mortgage is probably what they used to improve the land to add all of this right here. They probably shaped this up, made this look really nice, and then they spent that money on the ZBA approval, Zoning Board of Appeals, right? So when you say, hey, I want to put more density here, and they say, no, you can't do it. You need to go to the ZBA. You need to appeal our decision, and that kicks off the 2-year process. And it looks like they did a bit of, maybe they did a bit of work here. It was a restaurant already, so I don't know what types of improvements they did. It looks like a really nice piece of real estate from the limited photos we have. And it sounds like maybe it's not finished already. Maybe there needs to be a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this area, but this is one of the ways that you quote unquote flip real estate here in the state of Massachusetts is by doing these types of zoning board of appeal entitlement deals. You turn something from nothing, you turn 1 into 3, 3 into 5, 5 into 10. It's kind of just the game of development. You got a bigger property right here. So, they might allow you to, that's probably what they leveraged this big building across the street. And we're like, hey, if this big building can live here, why can't my building get a little bit bigger? And I get to add some extra square footage. So that was probably, they leaned on this guy right here in the ZBA, if I had to guess, when they were trying to justify why they should be able to add more apartments. But 'tis the name. East Boston. Look at this, a double lot for 1.169 in Orient Heights. I know somebody with a big lot in Orient Heights. Could be a lot of apartments. Another development deal. It's hard in Boston because the land is just so expensive that you're seeing in Southie, right? A small 2-family is $1 million. So if the cost is going to be so expensive to participate, how do you get in? You have to create value some way. A lot of these you can't just renovate and resell because they're already towards the top of the market. Here you go, 2 luxury condos. This is in Somerville. This is bought and approved with permits in hand, 2 units. And you got to build it still for $1.475 million. Nice landscaping plan. See, this is pretty good. Layers of landscaping. All right, guys. I think this is we've looked at a handful of cool deals here. I think if you're interested in talking about and underwriting a specific development deal, maybe we'll do an episode on that and we'll underwrite these deals a bit more. Look at this, West Roxbury, $2 million for three units here with a big garage. The Superior multifamily investment property. Land has been recently reconfigured. 3 huge family, 9 beds, 3 baths, the porches and decks. This will go very fast. It's been on the market for 21 days. I hope it goes. Essex, 5.3 million, 5 to 9. That's all right. Let's just look at photos because this is on the water. This is $5.3 million. Huh. I mean, there it is. There she is, huh? Man, could you imagine how much you'd be hated for taking down that restaurant? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. We love real estate developers coming in and taking out our restaurants on the water. Man, you just try to keep this. Take the tax write-off. Oh, look. Oh, there's housing here. Oh, okay. There's multiples. That's what I get for not reading it all. All right. This is class A. This is luxury. We're not flipping that. All right, guys. Everybody, we love you. We thank you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Friday, guys. Go out there, kill it today. We'll see you on Monday morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hey, feel free to hit us up. Let us know if you want to check out any specific markets. If you're interested in jumping on the Find That Flip live stream, we would love to have you. Hit us up in the DMs and have a wonderful Friday and an even better weekend, guys. Peace.